She hadn't spoken since she was 7, but when they brought her into court, even silence screamed. This wasn't just about a murder. It was about something much darker, something not of this world. The girl who never spoke. They called her Quiet Lyla, 18 years old, pale, always walking alone. She hadn't said a word since the night her parents were murdered, 15 years ago, found curled up in a closet, eyes wide open, mouth closed tight. She didn't scream. She didn't cry. She just went silent. Nobody was ever arrested for the murder of her parents. No suspects, no fingerprints, nothing, except Lyla. But she wouldn't talk. Not then, not ever. She was placed in foster care, house after house, family after family, still mute, still haunted. Another murder. Then it happened again. Another house, another night. Her foster parents, both of them, and their 10-year-old son were found mutilated in their beds. Same signs, same blood, same silence. And Lyla, she was there, covered in blood, unharmed, sitting in the corner of the living room, staring at the wall like she was looking straight through it. Police didn't hesitate this time. She was arrested. She was no longer a child. She was an adult. And she was going to trial. The trial begins. The courtroom was packed. Local press, true crime bloggers, paranormal fanatics. Everyone wanted to see the girl who never spoke, the girl who might have killed 2 entire families. The prosecution went hard. They painted her as a ticking time bomb, a cold, calculated killer who had fooled the system once, but wouldn't do it again. They showed photos. Brutal ones, deep claw marks on the bedroom walls, blood pooled like something had been drained, bite wounds that didn't match any known animal. The jury looked sick. "Ladies and gentlemen," the DA said, "she is the only person alive at both crime scenes, the only one who saw what happened, and the only one who refuses to speak." The defense. And the strange doctor. Lyla's lawyer had little to work with, no testimony, no alibi. Then a new name came forward. Dr. Adrian Voss, a psychiatrist from Boston, specialized in extreme trauma and mutism. He offered to testify on Lyla's behalf, but he didn't just want to speak. He wanted to hypnotize her, on record. The judge hesitated, but eventually allowed it. One chance, one session. The hypnosis and the tape. The courtroom lights dimmed. A screen was pulled down. They played a video recording of Lyla under hypnosis. She lay still, barely breathing. Then, her mouth moved. Her voice was raw, like it hadn't been used in years. It waits in corners. It wears skin that isn't its own. It watches through mirrors. It took my mom first, then my dad. It made them scream before it made them stop. People in the courtroom sat frozen. It feeds on fear, and it comes back when someone speaks. Lyla started screaming. The tape shook, then it glitched. The last thing anyone heard before it cut was a whisper, not hers. She told them, "Now I'll come for you." The screen went black. No one moved for several seconds. Something unexplainable. The tape was analyzed. No edits, no splices, no tricks. But audio experts found something strange. A second voice, low, breathy, whispering underneath Lyla's during the hypnosis. It was speaking, but not in any known language. Some said it sounded ancient. Others said it wasn't human. The DA filed a motion for mistrial. The judge denied it. But people started to leave the courtroom. Even the bailiff asked for a reassignment. The final day, they brought Lyla back to court, not to testify, just to be seen. She walked slowly like something was pulling her down. When she reached the stand, the lights went out. Total blackout. Gasps, panic, people screaming. Then a sound, like claws scraping glass. When the lights came back, Lyla was standing, looking straight at the judge, and she said, in a voice that didn't sound like her own, "It's here." The aftermath. The trial was suspended indefinitely. No verdict, no sentence. The judge retired the next day. Half the jury filed for trauma-related leave. Dr. Voss disappeared. And Lyla, she was transferred to a psychiatric hospital in upstate New York. She hasn't spoken since. But there's more. Epilogue. The last witness. 6 months later, a nurse at the hospital quit without warning. She left a note. "I saw something in the mirror. It wore my father's face. I don't think I'm alone here." Lyla's room was sealed off the next day, and no one ever played that hypnosis tape again. Some say it still exists, online, in the dark corners. Others say just hearing it can bring the thing closer. But one thing is certain. Lyla saw something no human should ever see, and silence was the only thing keeping it away. The scariest part of any story isn't what's said, it's what's left unsaid. And sometimes, the most terrifying witness is the one who never speaks at all.